Hi everyone, my name is Anastasia and I'm the owner of Vegshe. I offer online fitness and nutrition services, so I'm going to go ahead and put a link to those services in the description below. So for today's workout, we're going to be doing a quick 15-minute lower body routine. Weights are optional for this. Each of these moves is made more difficult if you're holding weights, but you can certainly do this with just body weight and it will be just as challenging. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer. We're gonna begin with a warm up and we're gonna roll right into this and we'll be in and out in 15 minutes. So we are gonna begin in a standing position for that warm up. So when you're ready, starting in a standing position, wide stance with your feet. You're gonna bend your knees, push out the wall on either side of you while engaging your core. So you should feel a nice rotation through your core here as you reach from side to side. For the remainder of this workout, you wanna make sure you're engaging your core, focusing on your breath, and most importantly, make sure you're having fun. There's no reason to take it too seriously. Let's reach up and across. Still bending the knees, remembering to breathe. You can take this workout at your own pace. If you need to modify, you're just gonna lunge and squat less deeply. And just do what feels right for you. Let's bring that arm out in front with a sweeping motion like you're wiping off the surface of a table. Good, let's get 3, 2, and 1. From here, bring the feet, let's say about hip width apart. We're just gonna come on down for a squat, stand on up, squeeze your glutes. Again, if you've got any knee issues, you don't have to squat so deeply, so your squat might look like this, and that's okay too. Just make sure those knees don't come past your toes. Let's get 3, 2, and 1. Real quick, arms out like an airplane, slight bend in the knees. Let's get a couple of these, reaching for the opposite foot. We're almost through this warm up. Let's get 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. So exercise number 1 of 4, we're gonna do a squat with a curtsy. So starting with your feet hip width or a little further than hip width. I'm gonna try and do this without stepping on Mr. Matches. You're gonna do a squat, stand on up, step 1 foot behind the other, curtsy, back to your squat, step back, curtsy. So give this a try. This is round 1 of 3. And I stepped on Matches. So make sure you have enough room to do these moves safely. I might need to step forward since Mr. Matches is taking his morning nap. We've got 10 more seconds here. Make sure your knees don't come past your toes. So you might notice I'm looking down. It's just to make sure that my knees are not extending beyond my toes. Go ahead and recover. Catch your breath. See how much room I have here. Not very much. All right. When you're ready, round 2, go ahead and drop into the squat. Come on up. Step back and curtsy. Squat and switch. Engage through the core. Remember to breathe. Ten more seconds. Good, come up, recover. If you need help catching your breath, bring your arms up over your head. Open up your lungs. If you're doing this first thing in the morning like me, your body might be a little bit tired, and that's okay. Just do what you can. Round 3, when you're ready. And you control the speed here. Don't worry about how fast or slow I'm going. Do what feels right for you. Ten more seconds. Good, come on up. Shake that out. The next thing we're gonna do is a reverse lunge to a front kick. If you need extra support, hold on to something sturdy like a chair. Starting with your feet hip width apart. I'm gonna start with my right leg. Step back, bend both knees, kick. So we'll do right leg first. If you have to, you can tap down before you do your kick, but if you can, try and make it all one fluid motion. Switch sides. And you're gonna notice one side has better balance than the other. That's normal. Don't sweat it. Good, recover. I am extra winded this morning. Whew. I must be more tired than I realized before I jumped into this. All right, again, back in your starting position, I'm gonna start with the right leg, making sure I have enough room in front of me to kick. Step back, extend. I know what it is. I have really bad allergies. Sometimes when your allergies are really bad, it can have an effect, switch legs, on your like respiratory capacity. And so it's easy to be out of breath a little bit faster if you're in the middle of like your seasonal allergies. Let's get one more. Good, recover. Whew. This is the time of year I get my allergies. I think we're in like February. I used to get them in March, but they've started early this year, so I've been all sneezy and apparently out of breath. All right, round 3 when you're ready, starting with the right leg. Good, switch sides. Find your balance. Good, shake that out. So for the next move, we're gonna do a lateral lunge to balance. So starting with the feet together, I'll start by lunging over to the right side. So step that foot out so it's parallel, bend your knee, come back up to balance. Lunge, balance. Again, if you have to tap down, that's okay. If you need to hold on to something for support, that's fine too. So with this move, stepping out so your feet are parallel, pushing your booty back behind you. Let's switch sides. And if you're not ready for the balance portion of this, that's okay. Just do a side lunge and then bring your feet together. Good, recover. Catch your breath. I know I need to. Oh, these allergies are gonna get me. All right, back in your starting position. I feel like I always start with my right leg, so that's what I'm gonna do. Lateral lunge to balance. Still engaging through the core. Face forward, stick the booty out behind you. Good, switch sides. Ten more seconds here. Good, recover. We've got one more round of those before we move on to our last move. This goes by really fast. And I know everybody's got 15 minutes to at least set aside time to do a routine like this. No matter how busy you are, everyone's got 15 minutes. All right, feet together. Again, starting with the right side, lunge, balance. If you were doing this with dumbbells, you would hold them up here at your shoulders so they're out of your way. And you'd be amazed what an extra like 5 pound set of dumbbells will do for this type of move. Switch sides. Good, shake that out. We're on to our final move. We get to move down to the floor, yay. We've got a bridge. So you're on your back, feet are hip width apart and parallel. You're gonna roll your shoulder blades under you, face pointed up towards the ceiling. When you're ready, pushing through your heels, bring your hips up towards the ceiling and lower back down. So pushing through the heels, this is round one. Imagine you're picking up a pencil with your butt cheeks. Don't ask me why you would ever do that, just imagine. And then holding on to that pencil, even as you're lowering back down. In other words, I want you to flex your glutes for this move. You can keep your toes down if you want. I like to bring them up a little bit just to make sure I'm putting my weight into my heels. Breathe through this. You've got it. Hips down, recover. So again, if you were using a dumbbell, you could hold it here on your lap, sort of at your hip points, and that would definitely make this more challenging. You could also add a resistance loop to your legs above your knees to make this more difficult. Lots of options. All right, when you're ready, round two, hips up, pick up that pencil, really squeeze, lower down slowly, tap the floor, come right back up. You've got this. It's like 10 more seconds. Good, hips down, recover. We have one more round of this, and then we're gonna stretch, and then you're out of here. So really give it your all for this last round. We're actually gonna make this isometric, which means we're gonna hold and isolate the move. So, floating the hands up off the floor, roll the shoulder blades under, bring the hips all the way up, squeeze and hold. And this is an active hold, so I want you to imagine you're holding onto that pencil for dear life, pushing through your heels. If you notice your hips start to sink because you're tired, pop them back up. We're almost there. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Don't let the hips sink. Remember to breathe. Let's get 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips down. You did it, the hard part's over. Quick stretch and then we're out of here. So cross the right ankle over the left knee, reach through and pull. So you're making a figure 4 with your legs. I've got my right ankle over my left knee, so I'm feeling this stretch on the outside of my right hip. You can even look from side to side, loosen up your neck. Just do what feels good. Switch legs. If you want to, you can rock from side to side if this feels good on your hips or your low back. Good, release. From here, let's come up to a standing position. Come up slowly. You can hold on to something if you need to. We're gonna stretch out the fronts of our legs, our quads. So bring your heel up to your butt, knees close together, push the hips forward. So I'm feeling this in the whole front of my leg, even in my hip, because I'm making it a point to push my hips forward. Good, switch. Knees close together. Good, release. From here, let's go ahead and drop the ear down to the shoulder, doesn't matter which one, and switch. And alternate. Good, back to center, chin to chest, head up towards the ceiling. You get the idea. Back to center, looking to the right and the left, loosening up the neck. Good, shake it all out. And that was it. You've completed today's 15-minute lower body workout. I hope that you found this helpful and you were able to make the time to do this during your busy schedule. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out that link with all of my programs. All of the programs I offer you can do from the comfort of your own home, and it's everything from vegan mentorship to live Zoom Saturday classes, so lots of options. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you here again soon. Take care, everybody.